I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
Pain heals. Chicks dig scars. Glory lasts forever.
At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought.
We will be perfect in every aspect of the game. You drop a pass, you run a mile. You miss a blocking assignment, you run a mile. You fumble the football, and I will break my foot off in your John Brown hind parts.
Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
Screw them. This is your time. Now go out there and take it.
It's 106 miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
Double A Squad, what is good? It's boy Ryan here. Sitting across from me as always is Kelly.
Hey.
Are happy to welcome you along on another episode of the Armchair Authority here in the middle of July, what it will soon be the dog days of summer. Kelly, I know we talk about our intro quite a bit, and yes, we do listen to it every single time. It's not just something that I add in and then we just start it. I mean, we listen to the whole minute and 30-odd seconds of it every single week that we start this, but you always pick up something a little bit different when you hear those quotes and things like that. But like, the thing that caught me this week was, how do you have that amount of confidence to know what you're saying is impactful?
That's a fantastic question.
That's a lot of confidence. And I know it's a movie and it's played for theatrics and things like that, but it's inspired by real life people saying real life things and inspiring other people to go out and do things. I don't know if I've ever had that amount of confidence in anything that I've ever done to be able to go out there and inspire somebody by the words that I've been saying. And obviously people are built different, but I'm just like, man, it's either extreme arrogance or just extreme confidence.
I think it's a little bit of both. 50-50.
Yeah.
Do you believe what you're saying?
I guess, yeah.
I mean, do you believe what you're saying?
Yeah.
Such as we will be perfect in every aspect of the game. Do you believe that?
Yeah.
And is that really your expectation, or is it a rah-rah thing?
Yeah. I don't know. I guess
I mean, I don't feel like I could be perfect getting up from my bed and walking to the pisser and accomplishing said act and getting back to my bed and crawling back in. I don't think I could do that with perfection.
Yeah.
Much less an entire game of football or a season or whatever.
Yeah. I wish I had that ability. I think one of my biggest weaknesses, and this is something that my wife and I have talked about, and even my parents and things like that, is like, you go in for a job interview or you go in to go do something and you walk out of it, or you did a test or whatever, and you're like, man, I don't think that could have gotten any worse. Or there's got to be 6 other people that are more suited for that job than I am.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Like, you constantly doubt yourself. Like, I'm one of those people that I feel like I have much more confidence in other people, and I see the potential in other people over myself, or I feel like I'm the least qualified person in the room to do tasks, A through Z.
Yeah.
And so I don't think I could ever stand up and believe what I'm saying enough. But I think that's just a character flaw. It's something that, like, I continue to get beaten down with for whatever reason. Like, hey, you're not good enough, so don't even try to inspire other people to be better.
Well, and on the flip side of that, I haven't done a lot of job interviews, over the course of 23, 24 years, whatever. I haven't done a lot. But on the flip side of what you're saying, I have done an interview or a couple or whatever where I came out of it thinking, I nailed that son of a bitch.
And you didn't get it.
Like, I drilled it. Like, I hit every question. I didn't look around. I wasn't distracted. I wasn't like, I nailed that thing. And then I don't even get a call back.
Right.
Or I don't, I don't even get the pat on the back saying, hey, nice interview, whatever. I walk out of that thinking, man, that thing's mine.
Right.
Nobody could take that away from me today because I nailed that interview. And then not so much. So then I'm left. My confidence is, ultimately destroyed. But then I'm like, if I interviewed like that near perfection in that interview.
Or your perceived version of what perfection is.
Either way.
Yeah.
Either way. I know my limitations. And when I exceed those limitations and I knock this thing out of the park, I interviewed near perfection. What the hell was the interview like for the person that beat me out?
Right.
People.
Yeah.
Because I'm probably not top 6 on a list. Yeah. But what are their interviews like?
I don't know. Kind of feels much like this podcast. There have been plenty of times where you and I have walked out of this room and went, that was ass. That was probably some of the worst conversation or show we've ever done. And then it gets more response than any of the other things that we've ever done. And it's like, okay, well, that's great. And then there's been times where, you've texted me 15 minutes later and was like, that was fun. That was a really good episode. And then it's crickets.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know. It's just a weird.
I'm not going to change who I am, though.
It's fine.
You know what? If I feel it's good and you feel it's good, then it's good. I don't care.
Yeah. I'm not saying you should be, but I'm just like, I think for some of us anyway, it's like this perceived notion of like what you did or what you're doing or whatever it is just isn't good enough. And I'm, listening to those quotes, I'm like, man, you have to be so firm in your knowledge and what you believe to have those type of comments towards other people that are in the same sphere as you and to get them to follow you into, the fire or the fray or whatever you want to call it. It's just like, that's crazy.
Absolutely.
It's wild to think that you might potentially know more than anybody else in that room, or at least the perceived.
At least believe that you do.
The perception.
And make them believe that you do.
Right. Yeah. And maybe that's half the battle. It's just, fake it till you make it, I guess.
Right.
I don't know, but I'm going to try that this week.
I imagine you could line up 50 people, right? And you could take the old Herbert Brooks thing and you could say, this is your time.
Yeah.
Go out there and take it. And at least half of those people are like, the hell is he talking about?
Douche.
Like, who is this clown? You don't know me.
Yeah.
What are you talking? Go out there and take it. Really? This is a Russian team that, we haven't beaten in forever.
Yeah.
And you're telling us to go out there and because it's my time, go take it. Right. This guy he's off his rocker. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Yeah. I'm going to try that this week. I leave for Vegas for market tomorrow.
Market.
Yep. So I'm there Wednesday to Sunday. And then, we sit in front of customers and we sell stuff and try to convince them of certain things. And maybe I'm just going to go out there and I'm just going to be the most confident I've ever been. Just fake it till I make it.
Do it.
Just come up with random
statistics.
This
is your time.
Yeah.
Go out there and take it, Ryan.
As I'm in the bathroom talking to myself.
In the mirror.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Get that mustard off your shirt and go out there and take it.
Did you pee on yourself? Yeah. Why does it look like you peed on yourself? What are you looking at?
Yes, sir. I was just looking to see if we had anybody, I piqued my curiosity. I wanted to see if anybody had any comments or anything from the last couple episodes.
No, because we had a great episode. It was the best content on the planet. So naturally, we're not going to get anything.
Naturally. Yeah. We might get some this week. There's some pretty highly discussed topics. One specifically it's kind of hard to ride the middle of the fence on when it comes to this whole WNBA situation. And there's a lot of different ways that you can take it. Some that I've heard on ESPN radio, some that I've heard just in my own private circle, some that I've seen on Instagram, and then also a lot of smoke and mirrors depending on what you believe or what you don't believe as far as this situation is concerned. For those that don't know, the WNBA All-Star Game happened, this is going to sound bad, but at some point over the last couple of in the last week, I would say. I didn't watch it.
I think
it was this last weekend.
You can say approximately, and it will count.
Right. It happened within the last week, and I believe it was this weekend. It was probably on Sunday. Man, that still sounds bad. But anyway,
we are a sports podcast.
Right.
This is like me talking soccer.
But I mean, I think it once again.
Foul.
Yeah, I think it once again is going to kind of prove some of the. I think it's going to prove one side of the fence versus the other, and then we can have a discussion about whatever it is. But
I got a lot to say on this. I got a lot to say.
So the players come out, and they're in the midst of what they call a collective bargaining agreement, or otherwise known as a CBA. And basically, what that means is the players are in discussion with the league over what the next X amount of years are going to look like and how much revenue share they're going to be able to acquire throughout those years. And then those years go by. It is what it is. And then they come back to the table after a set number of years that they have. I don't know. Sometimes it's 10, sometimes it's 5. I don't know what the WNBA is. But so anyway, they're basically in a collective bargaining agreement to try to get, a raise for the most part, to put it simply. And in a way to try to stir the pot and get support in their direction and also kind of show the league, hey, without us, you wouldn't have a league type of thing, kind of. The players come out in shirts that say, pay us what you owe us. So they all come out in the All-Star game, and they're all wearing black shirts with white lettering that says, pay us what you owe us. And this has sparked a ton of controversy online from both supporters and people, that are kind of like questioning this movement of why you would put those things on a shirt, namely because in the 30 years that the WNBA has existed, it has never turned a profit.
Not once.
Not once, and 60% of the league is subsidized by the NBA.
Owned. Just say owned.
Yeah.
We own you.
Yeah.
60% of you.
Right.
Yes.
So now it's generated a lot of conversation about like, okay, so pay us what you owe us. You've never turned a profit. Therefore, you owe the league $200,000, I think was on average per player or something to that effect. I need to go back and look at my notes. But I think they're on track again to lose. I think another $100 million or something like that this year, and it just keeps ticking up every single year.
The most recent to date, and somebody's going to fact check me on this, and I really don't care, but the most recent to date is a $40 million loss.
Is it 40? Okay.
$40 million to date. And if somebody wants to fact check it and hit me up in the comments, by all means, feel free.
Yeah, so one viral comment summed it up with the backlash that the WNBA loses $50 million every single year and has never generated a profit. You deserve $0. 28-year history, while pre-2023 annual losses hovered around $10 million, 2024 saw that number balloon to $50 million, and even as league revenue shares grew to over $200 million, they're still set to lose about that. So that's where a lot of this stuff gets murky, because it's talking about millions of dollars being lost and that number going up every single year, but then it talks about how the revenue grew within the league to $200 million, which shows you that they're still in the hole. If it grew $200 million total from a league, but you still owe $50 million. You're not even breaking even yet.
No.
Right. So the other question is like, what does this all mean? Because recently the New York Liberty just sold a portion of their stake or all of their stake for, I want to say, about half. I think it was like $450 million or something like that.
I thought it was $250 million.
Was
but
it
you
$250
might be right.
mil?
They were purchased for $14 million.
Right. So you can see that the valuation of these teams has gone up substantially over the last. I think the last time they were sold was in the 90s or something like that. Maybe I can't remember exactly. And this all is coming across.
I think that's right.
Legit for us.
You know why though? Can I clear this up?
Yeah,
you know why? Because if you dive into Google or you dive into whatever platform you want to start researching this stuff, nobody knows anything about these figures. Nobody knows about the money that's generated. Nobody knows about the revenue. Nobody knows about, all you read about now. And secondly, before I forget, the collective bargaining agreement dialogue, everybody entered the room and came out and there was no agreement.
Right.
Like ultimately the WNBA, the representatives for the WNBA walked out and said, yeah, no deal. We're not taking that, and no deal. So to date, they have no agreement.
So the New York Liberty were sold in 2019 for somewhere between $10 million to $14 million.
There you go.
6 years later, based on the sale of the stake of the team, the Liberty's value was calculated at around $450 million.
Okay.
So a substantial increase in what their valuation is worth, right? So it's clear that like this stuff, it's a good investment, right? At least it seems. Even Dave Portnoy of Barstool Sports said the other day, if the league would let him, he would purchase a team in Boston and have one go, because he's a business guy. This is the same guy that has sold his company and then bought it back and then sold it again for like $600 million and then bought it back for $1 or something silly like that. So like, say what you will about him, he's a self-made millionaire, almost a billionaire at this point, and based on the conversations he was having online and how he felt about it, it was interesting to see somebody like him be so interested in actually wanting to purchase and invest in a league. But then you see all these other numbers and you're like, it just doesn't make any sense, I guess. But I'm not.
Well, he's also a little bit of a Caitlin Clark homer, and he's the one that walks around with a Fever uniform on and blah, blah, blah. And he throws out numbers that are controversial and, where they come up with this $50 million and nobody knows. Well, I'm here to tell you, David, and everybody else that tries to research this topic in general, nobody knows shit about the numbers. They don't know the revenue. They don't know this. They don't know that. They're all talking about the TV rights that are coming and these media shares and all this stuff that's coming and all this revenue that's going to get generated. Yeah. It's not officially here yet. There's like a 10 or 11 year deal coming with TV. Yeah, so it's combined with the NBA. So, and it's like an $11 billion deal. There you go. Something like that. Not here yet. It starts next year. I mean, it's approaching. And so I think because they're lumped in with the NBA, there's a lot of pressure on Adam Silver and everything that's going on with this about, I feel as though the players are looking at it from a standpoint of their league owner isn't the WNBA, it's the NBA. Right. And they want more profit sharing from the NBA because they're a part of that same deal. Cool. Well, here's my argument for that then. Shut the hell up and get your own league. Yeah. Don't rely. You own 40% of your league, Ryan. Yeah. You own 40% of the league of which you want more money and you want more revenue sharing and you want more profit sharing and you want all these things. You own 40% of your league. When you own 100% of your league, and then you can clearly identify, here's our gain, here's our loss, here's our margin, this is our profit, this is whatever. When you own 100% of your league, you own your damn business that you play in. And then you know the numbers and you can more critically define the numbers and where things should be going and whatever. Then I would say you can make this argument because Caitlin Clark makes $75,000 a year, roughly, give or take, but makes $11 million in advertising and commercials. Yeah. Right? So sure, look at the $75,000. Is Caitlin bitching about State Farm and Gatorade and everybody else where she's making $11 million? Yeah. No. Is every WNBA player going to do that with the commercials and media and all that stuff? No, they're not going to do that. Yeah. But you don't own your league, Ryan. Yeah. You don't own your league. Right. And just to kind of touch on that a little bit. And Adam Silver, sorry to interrupt, Adam Silver is having to answer because they own more of the WNBA than the WNBA does. Adam Silver's getting to answer the questions about why they're losing. Yeah. Why are these losses? Why are we at 40 million loss, 50 million loss, 100 million loss? Yeah. He gets to answer those questions because ultimately he's got the thumb on the button. Yeah. Well, and then the other just maddening portion of this conversation is the fact that even the players can't even solidify themselves on this one issue. They still have to bite at each other with random comments. Like I think Kelsey Plumlee, she was making a comment towards the Clark team, didn't even want to put the shirts on. Or there were questions about it. So she gets this little backbiting towards this just be unified on something. Why do you always have to take some sort of shot at some player or something that's going on within your league because of jealousy or because of whatever is going on? Like they can't even be unified on this one issue that benefits everybody if they're able to get it done. No, and two of the representatives, great point, and two of the representatives that go into the room to discuss the collective bargaining agreement started a rival freaking league overseas. Right. In which players are actually, in the grand scheme of things, players are making more. Yeah. So two of your people that are going in to negotiate a collective bargaining agreement started a league somewhere else. What side of the mouth are you talking out of? Do you want more for the WNBA or do you want these people to go to your league overseas? Yeah. What's it called? Unrivaled 3-on-3 or whatever the hell it is? Something. Yeah. Some rival league. Yeah. Well, it's another way to subsidize their paychecks because of, we didn't joke about it, but it was a conversation we were having where it's like, can you believe that Caitlin Clark's rookie contract is like $60,000 a year? Yeah. Yeah. She's a professional sports star, but it is like you have to look at the totality of where she's playing. If you're generating enough butts and seats, then you can start to pay your players more and you can start to charge more tickets. But to kind of circle back to the Adam Silver thing, Silver, and this comes from The Guardian, Silver is the one who's faced pressure within the NBA over the WNBA's apparent losses, something that those who believe the likes of Collier and Caitlin Clark should be happy with their current salaries often use as a counter-argument to demand for a pay hike. Silver said that in 2018, the WNBA's losses were roughly around $10 million a year, and reports last fall said that the WNBA was due to lose $40 million in 2024. So adjusted to the 2028 figures for inflation, the WNBA is supposedly losing 3 times as much as it was a few years ago. But that's a curious figure given that other public statistics suggest that the league's financial health has never been better.
So this is kind of what we're talking about, where it's you
You
have
don't
losses,
know.
but it's the league's better than it's ever been. But I suppose when you start out at 0 or -0 back in the 80s, whenever this was formed, and then work your way 30 years later, okay, I guess you are making it is better than where it started, so that does make sense. So now we get into like attendance, right? First, while the NBA attendance dropped from an overall average of more than 10,000 in the late 90s to a little under 7,000 just after the pandemic, Caitlin Clark and company wiped most of those losses in 2024 alone, pushing the league average back to 10,000 again, and the league is flirting with a new record in 2025. Second, the league's broadcast rights alone have ballooned from $0 in 2020 or in 2002 to roughly $60 million a year in the current deal. With that number set to go to $200 million as part of a combined deal with the NBA.
Combined.
Yep, and a third total league revenue jump from $102 million in 2019 to about $180 to $200 million range in 2023, Bloomberg reported. So some of those expenses have gone up, most notably the $25 million per year commitment to fly teams on chartered planes rather than regular flights. And the WNBA salary cap has also risen incrementally from $622,000 in 2003, which would have been about $1.1 million adjusted for inflation today, to $1.5 million in 2025, and the league has one fewer team than it did back then. So,
and use the word combined loosely, because all of those figures that you spewed off, a large percentage of that is NBA.
Yeah. Yep. So I mean, it's again, I think they're definitely trying to go after this media deal that the NBA just rid off with like NBC and Amazon and all that stuff, which I think I think it was $11 billion. It's not showing up here currently. It was a big deal. It's especially true. WNBA fortunes literally and figuratively are tied up in the NBA's for better or worse. The relationship has evolved through the years, and many current WNBA teams have no direct ties to the NBA, though some remain under NBA ownership.
Correct.
NBA Commissioner Adam Silver refers to the two leagues as integrated, and they have bundled their broadcast rights together in a massive 11-year deal.
Yes. So the owner of the Golden State Warriors owns the Golden State Valkyries.
Yeah. So the deal would be a part of the NBA's reported 11-year deal, $76 billion broadcast deal.
Yes.
And the current deal is set to expire this year, and then everything else takes over next year.
So wonderful.
Yep.
So own your own league, 100%. Let some of these numbers play out, see where it goes, see what your attendance looks like, get a realistic look where you can actually make an informed decision on what your profits will be, and then discuss your salaries and talk about that. But until you are 100% independent of the NBA, stop.
Well, even so, I mean, you could even break it down to the simple, like, if you can keep your attendance numbers at what they're at and continue to grow on those, then we'll give you a bigger share of the pie, right?
Right.
Like,
You'll have a better idea,
Yeah.
right? You'll have a much better idea.
Yeah.
But when you keep dropping loss after loss after loss, sure, your merch is up. Sure, this is up. Sure, your media stuff is up, and your TV shares and all that stuff are up. Sure, that's up.
Yeah.
But your attendance continues to dip. The NBA, obviously popularity is starting to fall off again. WNBA, who knows? Caitlin Clark came in, Angel Reese, a few other big names, that type of thing. But you don't really have a clear picture of what they really generate, because the NBA has so much power and control over what's going on within the WNBA that you can't actually sit down on a sheet of paper and write down, this was our profit, this was this, this was this. You know, you go to that article, go to the next one, and there will be even more skewed information. Go to the next article, more skewed information. So as I was researching this today, knowing that you and I were going to talk about it, you probably gave the best stuff, but the accuracy of it, nobody really knows. And if we're sitting here, two idiots and a microphone are sitting here and we're trying to calculate numbers and figure out what this is and that is, there's no way they're going to put together any numbers like that for a collective bargaining agreement.
Right.
You know, and they're going to go back in because the deadline is approaching, and they're going to go back in and they're going to revisit this. Never, ever, ever, even in the NFL, are both sides happy with the agreement. Somebody always has to cave. Right. There's got to be a sacrifice. somewhere. And in this sense, I think it's going to be the players. They're going to feel the brunt of this because there's a lot of big figures out there, like you mentioned.
Yeah.
But they can't write them down because nothing is concrete yet.
I think take all the numbers aside and just view it from a simple standpoint of like, you get what you pay for, right? So are you getting what you pay for? If you increase, this is how I view it. If you pay the delivery guy, if you're paying the delivery guy $15 an hour and then you have to pay him $20 an hour, what does that do to your delivery costs? They go up, right?
Correct. Simple math would say yes.
Correct. At least that would be my understanding of it. So if you're paying the players more and then all of a sudden you're paying them 20% more, typically how is a league that hasn't even flatlined yet?
No.
How are they going to subsidize those costs to make sure that they can not only pay for those wages, but then also keep, everything else that they have? Well, ticket prices are going to have to go up, in my opinion, right? So you're going to have to pay a little bit more to come see these players because they need to have more revenue coming in order to pay for this stuff. Now, I understand there's some people out there they'll just take the NBA share because it's a $76 billion deal. Right, but we also don't know how much of that percentage is going back into, is it still, 60% of whatever this number is that they keep subsidizing into it?
Nobody knows. Nobody knows.
But you still got to pay Steph Curry $60 million a year.
Correct.
So, I mean, so the ticket prices are going to go up. So if you're paying, I don't know, if you're paying $150 to go see a WNBA game, are you going to feel like you got your money's worth? I mean, it's all in the eye of the beholder, but like, if your ticket prices go up too high and you're not putting out a product that people are excited to go watch and see, you're going to tank your league.
Yeah.
Too. So, I mean, it's just other things to think about where, now you have to improve the product, which I think the product has gotten better within the last 2 or 3 years, and we're talking about it more than we ever have.
But they're still operating in the red.
They are.
They're still operating. The product is better. They're still operating in the red. So what does that suggest?
I would venture to say that if they continue to get talent like they have over the last couple of years, where you're talking about people like Caitlin Clark, like Angel Reese, like Paige Buckers, like, whoever else, if those talented players keep coming in and generating more eyeballs to the screen, then we'll be having a different conversation in 10 years when they're actually in the green, potentially.
Sure.
So, but, I mean, again, I don't think you can have those conversations yet, pay us what you owe us, until you're a main reason as to why you're in the green. I heard one argument that says it's just common, and this is just like an anti-capitalist thing, and say about that what you will, but they were like, it's just kind of basic common decency that you should just pay these girls. Okay. But like,
wonderful.
I need reasoning though. Like,
so that 50 million loss becomes 150 million loss?
I guess.
And who eats that? The players don't eat that.
The
Who
NBA
eats
does.
that?
The other league does. That does
the one that subsidized you for
right.
over a decade.
The other one that's making money.
Correct. For over a decade.
All right.
Good call. Pay us what you owe us, then own your league.
Right.
It's that simple. And this isn't directed at the players. This is directed just in general.
Yeah.
Own your shit. Before you start demanding more, make sure that the people that are making decisions for your league own the league.
Yeah. Well, and I hate to even like compare it to this, but it's like going through the drive-thru and they forget your fries consistently. And so usually what people end up saying is like, this is why there's minimum wage.
Why did they lose the WNBA team? They had 14.
Yeah.
Now they're 13. Why did they lose
I would
the
assume
team?
it was lack of interest.
Okay.
Or they moved them or whatever. I mean, I have to assume they weren't making money or something wasn't going on. I see.
But let's pay the other players. Sounds good. We lose a team. We lose a team from our league, but let's wear the shirts, pay us what you owe us. Sounds good.
Why did the WNBA lose? Oh, nice.
Where's that supposed to be coming
I don't know.
Okay, great.
Yeah, this is why I need to type while I'm looking at the screen. All right, cool. Technical difficulties, which is just super awesome.
Don't stand by. We're done.
Yeah.
We're done with the WNBA stuff.
Yeah.
And again,
so
it is what it is.
And I know some people are going to be like, well, they're professional athletes. They get to, I mean, they get paid a decent wage at this point for a league that hasn't made any sort of profit or any sort of like, putting more in the basket than the league that's subsidizing them. I think it's a fair wage for now, and then you earn your way to more. Right? I mean, we do that with parenting all the time. We do it in every other aspect of life. Why are you just guaranteed to do this because you're doing it?
Well, and if I understand it correctly.
Do you know what I mean? I know that's a horrible way to say it, but like you're just entitled to make more money because you exist.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Exactly. Right.
And this has nothing.
That's the philosophy.
This has nothing to do with gender or anything like that. Like, it would be the same conversation if Major League Soccer in the United States was demanding to get paid the same way that they are overseas. You're not the same product. You are a lesser product at the MLS than you are in the Premier League overseas.
Yes.
You don't deserve to get paid like those guys.
No.
And I don't know enough about the pay scales between those two, but I know from soccer fans that it's not even close. It's a lesser league as far as the talent is concerned.
Sure.
So
if I'm understanding this, they are now linked to the NBA for another 11 years.
Well, they're linked until they can buy themselves out.
Well, that's what I mean. But this 11-year, all those numbers, the $1 billion deals with NBC, Prime, all that stuff, the TV stuff, all that stuff is linked. They're combined.
Yes.
Right? So they are linked. They are hitched to the NBA for the next 11 years.
And I would
those are the figures as they are combined.
I would venture to say that in contract, and if I was a fly on the wall in the room, I would say that the NBA was like, you have to. The only reason we'll sign this deal is if you take on this other stuff with the WNBA too.
Sure, and that's fine. But
you have to take. If you're going to take us, you have to take them too.
Right, but it's this extraordinary $1 billion deal. However many billion you rattled off.
76.
And we're linked for 11 years. Now, okay, we see all of this money coming in. Now we're going to distribute this to the players, and we're going to, quote, pay you what we owe you. Mm. Then what? Now we're going to be all of a sudden WNBA is going to be like, oh no, okay, we're doing fine. We're going to go ahead and break off now. We're going to be independent, and you can't do that.
Well, does the product get better though?
Well, I mean,
is Angel Reese all of a sudden going to magically go out there and not, miss 4 layups in a row and get 5 me-bounds and then put it back in,
and
like
throw punches and worry about her hair getting pulled and all that other stuff?
I
don't know, but. Are you ever able to break off independently? No, because you pay these people. You're already in the freaking red, and you've got all this money from the NBA.
Yeah.
You can't break off on your own. So if we make this deal to you and say, yep, instead of $75,000, we're going to give each of you $1.5 million, and you can't sustain it, what happens to your league? You XFL it. You do all these things that all these other people that have tried to break off and kind of do their own thing and fail miserably, and they go broke. That's what's going to happen to your WNBA. Sure, we'll pay you. You maybe don't have a league come 10, 12 years from now because you can't support yourself. You are living outside your means, Ryan.
And are we?
Unless I'm understanding this completely wrong.
I don't know.
Unless I'm completely off on this.
You can only view things through the perception of your own lens, right? Like, that's the only way you can view it.
Right.
Or the information you've been given or the examples you've been given, how people react to things. I'm also thinking of the fact of like, okay, you get paid what you're owed, but now Caitlin Clark's making 20% more than anybody else in the league. How much more backbiting are we going to have because we're all jealous of Caitlin Clark making more than anybody else?
Yeah, that's already a problem. That's already been a problem.
Right.
Caitlin Clark was making more as a college student than she is in the WNBA.
But are you getting paid what you're owed, or are you just jealous that she's better than you and getting paid more?
That's not for me to figure out.
I mean,
that's been going on since she entered.
Yeah.
Yep.
And how long is that good enough until you're saying the same thing again, I guess.
If the NBA didn't step in and say, hey, here's the scoop, we're going to pick up 60% of you.
Right.
Would the WNBA have existed beyond 3 years?
No, I don't believe it would have.
So why is everybody in a hurry?
That we've seen.
So why is everybody in a hurry to pay everybody? Well, I guess nobody's in a hurry to pay anybody. We're in a hurry to ask for it.
I think it's the whole thing where it's the billionaires pay your fair share thing. You make so much money, you just need to give away 40% of it, and you're not even going to miss it. And that's how the WNBA and the rest of these people look at the NBA. You make so much money, you should give away 40% of it to us for no reason other than the fact that we exist and we deserve it.
Right. And said billionaire can turn around and say, look, just look at the business model. Look at the business model. Here's money. Here's losses. Here's gains. They don't equal out.
Right.
We're in the red.
Yeah.
Like even from a straight across the board business model, we are not replenishing what we are spending.
Right.
And we're dragging you along.
And the simple math problem is it the $200 million in revenue this year or last year or whatever it was, but it still lost $50 million. So you're still $50 million off of whatever you need to get to.
Right.
Before
you
actually
fly
start
in a
making
charter
profit.
plane.
Yeah. You do. I mean, that's a huge upgrade.
You fly in a charter plane. You're not just getting on, standard, sitting back by the shitter, having to deal with little kids whipping shit at you and doing all that.
Right.
I mean, you're on a charter plane. This sounds like it's directed at the players, and it shouldn't be.
No, it's not. It's the
I'm not
league.
doing that.
Yeah.
It's just it.
Well, it kind of is.
In
a way, it is.
We get to pick a side of the fence, right?
Yeah.
And I've clearly picked mine.
Yeah.
It's one of those
capitalism, baby. Let's go.
Well, what do we teach our kids? The kids come up, hey, Dad, I need gas.
You
money.
get what you earn.
You have a job.
Yeah.
You have a job. Pay for it yourself.
Yeah.
Pay for it yourself. I don't know. It's not that simple. I get it, but
In
the
some
numbers
ways,
are all skewed. It's all messed up.
In some ways, it is though. I don't believe you just get to earn more money because you exist. You earn more money because you deserve it, and we talk about the NFL being a juggernaut all the time, right? I mean, have they not earned their money?
But because of their profits and because of their stuff, when we always say this in the NFL, what is the market value on corners? Yeah. What is the market value? What is the league market value right now on a safety? It's because of what they're freaking generating. Right. It's because of how they're turning it around and putting it back into the league, and they're doing all that where that money just moves around. Yeah. It doesn't, here and all of a sudden gone. Yeah. It just, the money just moves around. Right. What's the market value now? What's the market value now for these players? Right. It's supply and demand.
Well,
right?
We talk about how much the players are worth, but we don't talk about how much the league is worth. When the league brings up these revenue shares of how much they made, you're like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Like, you put out a quality product, you give me all this other stuff to watch and do throughout the season.
Right.
So now we just have arguments of whether or not Brock Purdy, Andrew Luck, and Lawrence deserve the contracts that they got.
Sure.
Right?
But the league, but the league does. I like Andrew Luck.
Yeah, I've had him on my mind.
He's been gone a minute, but I like him.
Sorry, Jordan Love. All of those $55 million contracts, and now we have discussions of whether or not they've played well enough to deserve $55 million a year.
Right.
Are they good enough to deserve it? Not just because they're a quarterback for the Packers or they're a quarterback for the Steelers or the Cowboys. You just automatically deserve this money.
Right. But the league is also relatively NFL is relatively transparent about we are profiting because here's what we're going to do for all 32 NFL teams. Now we're raising the salary cap $18 million. Right? So from 2024 it was this, 2025 we're going to raise the salary cap $15 to $18 million. Where's that coming from? It just didn't grow on trees. It's because of the profit of the league.
Yeah.
So they are being relatively transparent. They know they are never going in the red. Right? The players the players within the NFL get to complain a little bit about, I know that, Jalen Ramsey went off and made this kind of contract, so I know that this guy's going to make this kind of contract. And you see it every single year, right? When contracts come up, you see quarterback gets paid. Oh, just wait till Lamar Jackson comes in and he's going to demand this. Joe Burrow's going to demand this because they can.
Right.
And they will get paid for that.
Yeah. I think
it's apples to oranges though, man.
It definitely is, but I think that's a good example of how we view this whole conversation. Right? Like, you can make the argument like you just did. You can lay it out. Okay, he deserves this. She deserves this. They deserve this because of X, Y, and Z. Not because you've lost. You've had you've been in the red for 30 years, and then just because you survived. I don't know. You get to travel. You get to make a wage.
Yeah.
Playing a child's game.
Right. Here's an argument for you. Here's an argument that people have never seen.
And I'm sure the benefits are pretty decent.
Yeah, absolutely they are. Absolutely. Here's an argument that, I think probably gets talked about quite some. Anyway, let's say you work for an organization and you've been there for 20 plus years.
Yeah.
And newbie comes into said organization, and you and newbie, because of pay ranges and pay scales and all that stuff, newbie of 6 months versus you of nearly 20 years are making damn near identical salaries. Now, if newbie sits there and says, I demand more money, pay me what you owe me.
Right.
I feel like the 20-year guy could just bop him on the head repeatedly for the next, year. Right?
Yeah.
I mean,
that's a good argument too. Like, especially for all of those players that have been around for a long time that have been through, like,
they're on their sixth contract, seventh contract.
They go out there and play, and there's like 300 people in the stands.
Yeah, they're signing Joe Bagadonis that they just drafted 3 months ago at a contract that's equivalent to yours.
Yeah.
And you're on your eighth total lifetime contract in the league. Yeah, sure.
I don't know. Be born later or sooner. I don't know.
Be better, I guess. Be better. Pay us what you owe us.
Well, and the other thing, and what you just brought up I mean, pre-show was the fact that they're only getting 9% of the revenue share, which in any other league you'd be like, all right, fine. But what's 9% of minus $50 million?
Well, you get 9% of revenue sharing.
That's what I mean.
And it doesn't compare to other leagues, but the other leagues own themselves.
Yeah, but your total revenue is $50 million in the hole, so you owe money.
Right.
I guess. I don't know, and I know that's probably a poor way to look at it, but.
So what are they looking at? So Sports Illustrated says WNBA salaries range from a minimum of $66,000 to what's called a super maximum contract of around $250,000.
I love that super max.
Super max. I'm going to be in super max. I want a super max contract.
Super max prison.
Anyway, yeah, we get 9% of revenue sharing on a league that we don't own. That really we only have roughly 40% ownership.
I gotta find.
Sounds good. Sounds good. And of your 13 teams, 8, 9, or potentially 10 of them are actually owned by owners of NBA teams.
Right.
Cool. Awesome.
Cool.
Just make sure I got that
tight.
I don't even know. I've talked myself in a circle.
It's fine.
I'm going back to my original, Ryan. Become an independent league. Pay for your stuff. Know your numbers.
Right.
Know where you're at, and pay people accordingly to that. I mean, it's ultimately at the end of the day, it's a budget, right? Yeah. It's a budget. And listen, it's a budget.
And maybe that's the long-term goal. Something that the NBA, WNBA hasn't really said, and this will be the last thing I'll say on it. They're trending in the right direction. Like, let's end this on a positive note by saying, like, they're making money every single year. We've seen their attendance numbers go up since Caitlin Clark entered the league a couple years ago. There's more conversation happening about it. So who's to say that after this 11-year deal, $76 billion, they don't generate enough money to branch off after this 11-year deal is done?
That's all well and good, but thank you for saying after this 11-year deal, because they're linked to the NBA for 11 consecutive years.
Yeah.
So all of the conversation and all of the stuff, you're still not going to be independent of yourself.
Right.
You're linked for 11 years.
Yeah. And I know
you won't be your own league for 11 years unless, I mean, what are they going to do? Buy their way out of that $11 billion thing or $2.2 billion or whatever it is? Are they going to buy their way out of that because they're going to see such massive gains? No, they're not going to see massive gains like that. I mean, they could put a better product out there and they could be more enjoyable and more entertaining. But is it going to be to the point where they're buying their way out of these media rights deals? No, it's not going to happen. Yeah. You are linked to somebody. You are piggybacking on somebody for 11 years. So you and I will come back here in 11 years, 1 month, and we will have a conversation about what players should be making in the WNBA. I've talked so much, I don't even know what I was talking about.
I was going to see here, because then you have a whole nother factor of...
Some would say I stand on a certain side of the fence. I'm going to tell you I don't.
So half the league has a counterpart in the NBA, so meaning they have the same owner.
Correct.
So that'll be an interesting way to kind of try to navigate that as well, because you're already intertwined with the NBA with your finances as well as everything else, but now you have owners that have stakes in both leagues, and now trying to branch those off.
And they're pissed.
Yeah.
They're pissed off. The owners are pissed, and it's in every article you read. The NBA owners who have these WNBA franchises are pissed off over the losses. And where's it going? How are they accommodating that? Where's this allocated? Where's that allocated? I mean, they're pissed off about it.
Yeah. Now,
and Adam Silver, poor guy, he gets to answer questions about, well, if you're sustaining such a loss on the WNBA side, why do you guys just continue doing it?
Yeah.
He's trying to play right. He's trying to make it a mutual thing, right? He's trying to pretty much keep everybody happy.
Yeah.
And as you said, in the WNBA, they can't even be happy in a meeting room with themselves without being jealous and pissed off and yelling at each other.
I think that's the most annoying part of it. But to end this on a more positive note, I do believe it's trending in the right direction. All of the things that we're seeing as far as they're going to make, the revenue is up to $200 million. They're adding 2 more teams to the league in an expansion with an expected to add a total of 5 by 2023. So it's definitely moving in the right direction as far as that's concerned. So who's to say that by the time that this media deal is done, they haven't generated enough revenue to be able to be their own league and not be subsidized anymore?
Right, but these new teams also have to pay $250 million in fees to join the league.
They do. Yep.
Which how do you pay for that when
the
you
owner
continue
does.
to lose?
Yeah,
Well,
the owner
right,
does.
and you continue to lose.
Yeah. So again, it's an investment for whoever wants to take on that. If they think that they can spend $250 million and turn that into, a couple, maybe $1 billion by I don't know. You look at, again, let's circle all the way back to the Liberty conversation, where they were bought for 10 to 14 million and then just sold for 450 million. I would say that's a pretty decent return on your investment, right?
It is.
So you would say that the evaluation, if it's 250 million to get in, hopefully within the next 10 to 15 years, maybe you can swing that for, I don't know,
750.
Yeah.
Sounds
Perfect.
good.
Perfect.
Great number.
So it is trending in the right direction. So not to be completely negative on the whole thing, I think just from our perspective and just being two blue collar guys that don't make, an astronomical amount of money or play sports to make our money, you get what you earn.
Yes.
I feel.
In the end of the day, yes.
And they are starting to earn it. But 30 years of history just says to me that this isn't the right conversation to have at this point.
Well, you started, and now you have a product, and you want payment for said product.
Right.
Can you sustain said product? Can you sustain that entertainment level? Can you sustain that popularity and everything that's going on? Because in every league, you've seen peaks and valleys, boop, 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 and can they sustain?
Yeah.
I mean, ultimately, can they endure? Can they endure the valley?
Our favorite random sport to talk about on this podcast is NASCAR. So NASCAR, when I was growing up, was the most popular sport in the country. I think in the late 90s, early 2000s. Believe it or not, NASCAR was the most popular sport. Now where is it?
Yeah,
so you talk about peaks and valleys, right? They're going through one hell of a valley trying to figure out how the hell they're going to continue to
it's dying
to get
quickly.
people to figure it out. F1 though is through the roof. So
Yep.
it's not racing. It's whatever's going on within that league or in that sport that they're not grabbing the attention of whoever they need to, right?
Yep.
So peaks and valleys, how do you survive it? I mean, the football itself, the NFL, has only been a juggernaut over the last, I would say, probably 15 years. Because before that, you had kind of intermingling with NASCAR and baseball. Baseball was, I remember baseball being everything in the early 2000s. Like, it was so popular.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But it's trending in the right direction. So you have people with a lot more money talking about the fact that they want to invest in it. So
Yeah, well, sustain it.
yeah.
When you get it to where you think it's nice, sustain it.
Yeah.
Consistency, key.
And be unified.
Unified.
Unified in your goal. That would be nice.
But just get together in a meeting room for the collective bargaining agreement and reach a freaking agreement.
Yeah. And be nice to one another. You guys are all going towards the same common goal. I don't know why you need all the backbiting, but whatever.
I don't know.
She's better than me. Yeah, she is.
Significantly.
yeah, actually. Yeah. Oh, man. If I could get Spotify to pull up here, we will move on to your running back thing.
Yes.
So, I think I had some fun with it. Kelly had quite a bit of fun with it, going over the top 10 quarterbacks of all time last week, which, not to brag.
Oh, you nailed it.
10 out of 10 over here.
Yeah. You nailed it.
Big Dog was on one. This one he's brought up a new list. Top 10 running backs of all time.
Yes.
This one will be significantly harder, just from the simple fact of it's running backs.
Well, there's multiple simple facts that are going to make it harder. One, they don't list the years like they
no.
did on the quarterback. So
no.
I'm going to do my best not to give names and or teams and whatever it is.
And this is one of those conversations that you have periodically, but not as often as you do the quarterback thing.
Correct. But I will also state this in remaining consistent. This comes from Fox Sports Research.
Same one as last week.
So this isn't Gil Brandt. This is correct.
Okay.
The exact same product from the exact same place. We will start. We're going to go high to low again, Ryan.
High to low.
High to low, high to low. And again, same thing. Tuck these babies away. I might actually, because you haven't been overly strong in where some of these guys played their college ball. So I might be able to drop a college in there just to help you out a little bit, but I don't. I don't really.
Yeah, because I'm not 6'5" and know how to build stuff and get all of them right. So
The years, I don't know what that means.
I was giving my buddy Nate a hard time about being tall and smart, and I said you can only pick one. You can't be tall and smart. You can either be smart or you can be tall. You can't be both.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, I was giving him a hard time because he was like, I got all those right.
He did not. Stop. The quarterbacks or the colleges?
The college one.
No,
the college one.
No, you didn't.
I will say though, when we did the cadence one, I was talking to a couple people and they're like, "Dude, that was hard."
That was awful.
Yeah, but you got a lot of feedback on how you didn't get Dak Prescott.
I did.
That should have been an easy one. Anyway,
that's okay.
Yeah,
I got a lot of feedback. I think that's a nice word. I bet it wasn't necessarily feedback.
It was good.
Okay. Here we go, Ryan.
Here we go. What are
Sorry,
you doing over
there? My phone's going up. My watch is going up. I got a number of things. Okay, number 10. This. What the hell is that?
All right, very good. We're off to a
Okay,
banging start.
This will help.
Speaking of getting what you're worth,
I'm going to sustain it. This will help you. Okay, these are the honorable mentions.
okay.
So you can eliminate these right by process of elimination. Tony Dorsett, Marcus Allen, Thurman Thomas, Franco Harris, Edgerrin James. Okay.
Wow,
Those are
Tony
honorable
Dorsett got
mentions.
left off the top 10. Huh?
That is correct.
Wow,
that is correct.
All right, interesting.
Now
The other ones are,
not me, but Fox Sports Research. Here we go. Okay, this running back seemingly carried a torch in which he was excessively consistent in the mid-1990s through mid-2000s. This longtime running back for said team that I cannot name rushed for at least 1,000 yards in all but 3 seasons from 2006 to 2016, helping his team emerge as one of the best teams in football at one point. You know what? The hell with it. I'm giving you the team.
Okay, all right.
Helping the 49ers emerge as one of the best teams in football at one point during that stretch.
Oh my God, is this Frank Gore?
Boom.
All right.
There you go. So it was. See, again, I could give you numbers and all that stuff, but I'm going to give you the team.
Okay.
I'm going to give you the team. Okay, number 10, Frank Gore.
Yeah.
Okay, real good. Number 9. Not many running backs were as consistent as this young man. The 11-year pro rushed for at least 1,000 yards in each of his first 10 seasons, scoring 32 total touchdowns over his first 2 seasons in the league with the Patriots, as he helped them reach Super Bowl in 1996. He continued that strong play with the Jets, helping the organization's turn around in the late 1990s.
Corey Dillon?
No. C is right, though. Curtis.
Curtis. You're going to say it, and it's going to be like, oh, duh.
It's Curtis Martin.
Oh, yeah.
Patriots
Okay.
to the Jets. Curtis Martin at number 9. I don't know how I feel about that.
Over Tony Dorsett.
That's a couple on that honorable mention list. I don't know. I mean, Curtis Martin, he was solid.
Not a go-to for me.
No.
All right.
If you sat down and said, put together a list of 10 running backs that you know were, in your opinion, sensational, that household names, Curtis Martin wouldn't have made my list. But he's not Fox Sports Research, number 9. Number 8. Well, here you go. You ready? I think I can read this first sentence. No one has ever rushed for more yards in a single season.
Eric Dickerson.
Bam. Solid. See? No more no more analysis necessary. Okay.
See, Corey Dillon was with the Patriots starting in 2004. I was off on the year there.
Corey Dillon.
Yeah.
Does he still have the single game record?
I don't know. Single game NFL record?
Yeah. For like single game yardage.
Really? No. Was that the one that Peterson missed by like 2 yards?
Might have. Wasn't that Corey Dillon?
I don't know. I don't think
I
so.
should know that. At number 7. You ready?
Yeah.
Oh, you're still typing. Okay. Here you go. What made this running back so well known is he is one of, if not the greatest, dual threat running back displays in NFL history. MVP winning season in 2000, this running back ran for 1,359 yards, 18 touchdowns, to go with 830 receiving yards and 8 receiving touchdowns.
Who is Marshall Faulk.
Nice. Solid. What gave it away? Dual threat?
2000.
Oh, 2000.
2000 MVP.
Yeah, see, dual threat, dude.
Adrian Peterson holds the single game rushing record with 296 total yards.
Okay.
Or not total yards, but rushing yards.
Okay, good job.
Against the San Diego Chargers, November 4th, 2007.
Oh, okay, so Dylan slipped all the way to 4.
Oh, yeah, down here.
Got it.
Jamal Lewis with 295. Jerome Harris with 286. Corey Dillon with 278.
Okay.
And Walter Payton with 270.
So Dylan might have held that for a year or better.
Probably. Yeah. Well, you think about, yeah.
Okay, at number 6, in the 2006 season, that might have been considered the best ever for any player.
Sean
This,
Alexander.
God, if I give you the team, this is a dead giveaway. This player dominated as a running back and had a strong year as a receiver, too. 6-time All-Pro, led the NFL in rushing twice and rushing touchdowns 3 times. Hall of Famer, finished his career 7th in rushing.
2006 was the
team that he played for is no longer in that city. Let's go there.
So it's is it LT?
Boom. There it is.
LaDainian Tomlinson?
I was just going to say LT doesn't stand for left tackle.
Yeah.
That was going to be my hint, but you got it. Number 6. You're good at this.
Yeah, I mean, you've given me some decent hints, but
All right. Now we're crawling back a bit. There's a great hint. Okay? Dominant. This is number 5, by the way. Dominant, but relatively brief career for a running back who became an all-time great. Named a Pro Bowler in all 9 seasons he played, which was 1957 to 1965. He won MVP 3 times. Led the league in rushing in all but 1 of his 9 seasons.
is this like Paul Horning
Negative.
or 50 to 60 to what?
57 to 65. He helped this team win their most recent NFL championship in 1964. It's a color.
It's
2-bar face mask. I know that helps.
Is he wearing number 5?
He's number 5 on the list.
Oh.
He wore number 32. First name Jim. Second name color.
Jim Brown.
Boom. Dude, that's 57 to 65. That's like you're digging. And the fact that he is down at number 5. I mean, again, Fox Sports Research. Got to go with it.
In my head, he played in like the 70s.
Yeah, 57 to 65.
57. I was thinking white guy all the way.
He retired just short of 1966.
Yeah, you started in the 50s. I'm like, that's a white guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was 8 years before my creation.
That's a
that
white
he
guy.
retired.
That's a fast white guy playing against a bunch of part-time farmers and a restaurant owner.
Okay. Number 4. In every single season that this player played, he was named a Pro Bowler and an All-Pro every single year. 10-time Pro Bowler, dominated the NFL from 89 to 98 with 2 Offensive Player of the Year awards. He led the league in rushing 4 times and in rushing touchdowns once. His abrupt retirement ahead of the 1999 season
Barry Sanders
hurt his ranking in all-time stats,
Barry
but
Sanders.
he's still 4th all-time in rushing.
Barry
yards.
Sanders.
You were correct.
What could have been?
Oh,
Leave
man.
it to the Lions to ruin somebody's career.
Dude, the only player of your organization for a decade.
Held the guy hostage, wouldn't let him go, so he's just like, fine, I'll retire.
Man.
Ridiculous.
Number 3, in an era dominated by
Where did he
quarterbacks.
play? Where did he go to college?
OSU. And that is not Ohio State. That is Oklahoma State University. Who else went to Oklahoma State?
Lots of people.
It'll come to you. Okay. Number 3. In an era dominated by quarterbacks and the passing game.
Are they orange?
Who? Oklahoma State?
Yeah.
Yeah. There. In an era dominated by quarterbacks in the passing game, this player had a season so special that he broke through and won MVP. He rushed for 2,097 yards, second most ever in a season, and 12 touchdowns in 2012, making him the most recent running back to win MVP.
Peterson?
Boom. Dude, you are good at this.
It's
Wouldn't get these. I would be throwing names. Yeah. Like I would like throwing shit at the wall and see what sticks. I would be throwing names. Yeah. You are nailing this thing.
Yeah,
it's. I mean, come on now. Now we're up to 2-1. I mean, now it's not even process of elimination anymore.
Well, I know one is Emmitt Smith. Well, not like number one, but I know.
Well, he is.
Yeah, I know one of them is Emmitt Smith. And
he's one. He's number 1. So who's number 2? Sweetness. Sweetness. Sweetness.
Oh my gosh, we just talked about him last week too.
Sweetness. He helped the Bears.
God,
dude.
I'm having a huge brain fart. You put me on the spot. I can see him. And I know people are screaming at their phones right now.
A man with the last name Cronkite shares his first name.
Dude.
Dude.
I can't. Walter Payton. Jeepers.
Walter Cronkite should have been a dead giveaway.
I know. I had you gave me Walter, and I'm like,
I was moving on to Manning, Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
I
couldn't find it.
Jesus, I was launching you.
Couldn't find it. No OJ, huh?
No, he didn't even make honorable mention.
Really?
Nope.
Why?
I don't know. This is Fox Sports Research. I don't have any idea.
I can give you 2 reasons.
Left hand and his right hand. I mean, there you go. That's it. There's your top 10. Frank Gore, Curtis Martin, Eric Dickerson, Marshall Falk, L.T. Tomlinson, Jim Brown, Barry Sanders,
Curtis Martin,
Adrian Peterson, Walter Payton, and Emmitt Smith.
Curtis Martin.
I just don't know about the Curtis Martin thing. And I think Jim Brown might be a little bit low. I mean, the guy was, I didn't know him, nor did I watch any football. I wasn't alive. I mean, it was 8 years prior to my creation that Jim Brown was dominating. But man, when you talk about a man amongst boys, that was Jim Brown. He was a beast.
I mean, yeah.
Marcus Allen too. I mean that one. Oof, I'll tell you. I mean, the honorable mention guys. Tony Dorsett, really? I mean, Marcus Allen, Thurman Thomas with Jim Kelly in Buffalo and all those dominating years.
Yeah.
4 Super Bowls. Didn't win any, but 4 Super Bowls.
What about? I mean,
and you got big old Franco Harris.
Earl Campbell gets talked about a lot.
See what I'm saying? Fox Sports Research. I can go to another list and
Tony Dorsett.
Yeah, they're there.
I never got to see Bo Jackson play, but like, was that just one of those things where he was so athletic and everybody talked about him because he played 2 sports?
Yeah, he was a freak and he was super athletic. He is a little bit injury prone, but he was crazy athletic.
Yeah. Huh.
I better respond to this blowing up phone. So you continue doing what you're doing there quickly.
Looking at Jim Taylor, that was the one that I couldn't find.
Oh.
When I said Paul Hornung, I meant to say Jim Taylor.
Jim Taylor. Yeah. Sure.
Because, okay, look at this. And say what you will about my methods. But when you said Jim Brown, you said 1957 to 1964.
Yep.
Right? Jim Taylor, 1958 to 66.
There you go.
White guy. That's right there, man.
And they're both Jim.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally.
Irony.
Jim Brown.
Crazy.
Was not even.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to substitute Jim Taylor, you can. It's your list.
No,
you do what you want.
No, then That's racist.
I mean, you're not against
Can't
Fox
do
Sports. It kind of is.
And he's a Packer. You're so biased.
You're not above and beyond Fox Sports research, so don't. I mean, nice job. Solid. Where's the applause button? Hit it. You knocked out all 10 quarterbacks, and you knocked out all.
Let's circle back.
Let's circle
to our first conversation of the day. You're saying great job. I'm saying I felt like that didn't really go as good as I wanted it to. I felt like it could have been better.
What part?
I don't know. I felt like you gave me more hints than I needed.
I did well,
or than I should have gotten, I should say.
But I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Do you feel like if I hadn't thrown out the honorable mentions, you'd have been guessing any of them?
No.
Okay.
No. All right. Different music, different subject. Kelly.
Oh no.
It's time. It's time for everybody's favorite segment.
Puke in my mouth. Puke in my mouth.
It's time to check in on everybody's favorite MLB team.
Oh.
The Colorado Rockies.
Yes.
Kelly.
We don't love you, Rockies. We don't love you. We don't love you anymore.
Let's go ahead and pull up our standings
here. That was
here.
me, not Ryan.
I believe they lost the game to the St. Louis Cardinals last night.
Shocker.
So, which, is just going to improve their overall standing. National League. Man, everything's running slow today.
It'll get there.
Shapers, man.
Here it goes.
There we go.
It's
wow.
moving. It's
great
moving.
content. Checking in with the Rockies on July 22nd, 2025. They are currently sitting at a resounding 24-76 with a minus 257 run differential and 3 wins in their last 10 games.
They are only 34.5 games out.
Of the division.
Of the division.
Yep, of the division. So if we take a look at the wild card, they're 31 games out of the wild card.
See?
So apparently still mathematically in it.
They got a better shot to make the playoffs than they do win their division.
Fact.
That's outstanding.
Factual.
Numbers don't lie. They're right here in front of me.
So here's one of the maddening things that came across my feed the other day. As you know, and as some of you know, if you listen to the cast long enough, I recently decided to put my Rockies fandom on hold until they sell the team. Okay. And in doing so...
Oh, the headset's coming off. The hat's getting turned around.
Yeah, and in doing so, I've decided to put my loyalties towards, rooting on the St. Louis Cardinals, who are currently at 52-49. They've had a fun season. And then, of course, I screw up the music again.
Well, they're only 3.5 games out of the wild card.
Yeah, I mean, they're right there, man.
They're
hanging in there. Sorry about this musical cue, everybody. I suck at my job.
Don't come out with the shirt, then. Pay us what you owe us.
Yeah. Yeah. And they're 8.5 back in their division. Milwaukee is actually taking the lead over there with the Cubs had held on to that for a while, but Milwaukee's on an 11-game win streak, taking first in the NL Central. But that's beside the point. So
they've won 10 consecutive games.
11.
Okay, this says 10-0.
Who's that? Oh yeah, 10.
Milwaukee
of their last 10. But you take a look at the streak over here; it's 11.
Look at this.
11.
The Brew Crew.
Yeah. Crushing it. So anyway, boycott. I refuse to go back to do anything with the Rockies or their stadium or anything until the team is sold. Like we said, they currently have 24 wins on the season, but the club is still in the top half of the league in attendance as of the All-Star break. Sitting at number 14, the Rockies have sold an average of 30,000 tickets per game, almost 2,000 more than the Detroit Tigers, Kelly. Why is that important? Because the Detroit Tigers are 60-41 and the best team in baseball.
That is correct. I got nothing. I mean, exactly. You're making these random movements with your mouth, but nothing's coming out of it. I got nothing. People are looking for a good time. Are we looking for something to do in the Denver area?
Are we the fans the problem? Is there nothing better to do in Denver than to watch this ass team?
It's a great ballpark.
Unless you like a dramatic comedy, I guess.
Maybe that's it.
Going there for a good laugh.
Maybe that's it.
Maybe you need to feel better about yourself.
It's a historical season.
Maybe your life sucks, and every time you open up the mailbox, there's just a bunch of bills in there, and you're like, you know what would make me feel better?
Steering into a guardrail. Just
it's either the hospital or a Rockies game.
Well, it's a historical season, not for the right reason, and people want to be a
You know
part
what?
of it.
You're-
Everybody wants to be a part of something, Ryan.
You're correct. You're correct. They will be able to look back on this and tell their grandkids and their great grandkids, "Hey, I was there.
I was
When
along the
Rocky-
third
yeah.
base line when they were the absolute worst team in
Yeah,
baseball."
when the Rockies lost 120 games, I went to one of those games."
No, he's a season ticket holder.
Oh yeah,
Everybody knows his name is Frank, and he sits 13 rows behind third base.
dude.
Everybody knows it.
How many? Okay, here's the other question: how many people does Coors Field hold?
I'm going to guess 32,000.
Bro. 50,000, right?
I wasn't
It's a
off by
change.
much.
50,000 is a change. They're still selling 30,000 tickets to this thing every single game.
That's what I meant, 32,000. That's what I meant by 32,000.
Listen. I've had a fresh brewski there at the old Coors Field.
Yep.
Not bad.
Yep.
Not bad. Okay. Food's not bad either. So I guess if you're looking for a little dinner and a show type of thing, by all means, go check it out. But
It's grandparents taking the grandkids. The grandkids are young enough. They don't know a damn thing about baseball. They have no idea that the Rockies are as bad as they are. These guys are still famous to them. We get to go see famous players running around on a baseball field. It inspires them to go play Little League. They want to be like the Rockies. See, it's just young and innocent. Young and innocent. And the older folk are manipulating the younger folk into believing that it's a good time. That's what it happens every day. It happens around the world.
Yeah,
It's not just the Rockies.
I'm gonna get. See, they support him through tough times. Okay, there's some people call it support. I call it enabling. You're enabling bad behavior. Stop it.
Yeah, but have they ever been good?
Yeah.
Honestly, have they ever been? No,
The Rockies?
good.
The Rockies?
Like 20 games over 500. Have
well,
they ever been
like
good?
20. They were good in 2018, and then they made the World Series in 2004, and that's about the history.
Okay. So they've really never been good.
So, I mean, great segue. They've existed for 30 plus years. What's their revenue share?
Yeah.
They suck. They're still around. People are going to their games.
Yeah. Well, they own their own league. They're a part of a league that owns themselves. You know? I mean, they're putting 30,000 people in the seats.
That's wild, man. I don't understand. That just makes me sad. Because as long as they keep getting 30,000 people there to buy tickets and watch the games and drink the beer and eat the hot dogs, why would you give up that gig?
I know, but I think they're almost giving away tickets, Ryan. I
Are
think
they?
they're almost giving them away. Go up and look on whatever that Seat Geek or whatever it's called on there.
Average Rockies
$6.
ticket price.
I'm going to say $6. And I did not look.
The average cost for a Colorado Rockies single game ticket varies, with prices ranging from $19 for standing room only tickets on the rooftop to upwards of $172.50 for premium seats, and factors like seat location, opponent, and time of year influence the final price.
That's nonsense. You could sit in the rock pile for under 10.
They're just on average. This is average.
Well, then start your average at the lowest point.
Well, no, no. If your lowest point is 5, but your highest point is like $2,000, your average wouldn't be 5. It'd be whatever the middle is.
I understand that, but you're saying it ranges from $19
Right.
to whatever.
Yeah.
There are tickets cheaper than $19.
There are, but the amount of tickets for $5 are like
You still have to
is a
include
less
them.
percentage.
You
There's a
still
less
have
percentage.
to include them. If you're going to calculate an average, you got to include them.
You do, but the other
Low
premium
point, high
seats
point,
are
average
much
it.
higher than what $5 would be.
It's dumb. Dumb. Math is hard.
It is hard, but if your lowest point is 5 and your highest point is $200,
Yeah.
it wouldn't average out to like $6 a ticket. It would probably average out somewhere between like $20 or $30 a
I'm
ticket.
fine with that, but you have to include it.
They do. It
Your-
is.
your
That's why
lowest.
the average price is $19,
Oh,
not the lowest.
I have to apologize. I thought that you said tickets range from 19
An average
to whatever.
range. An average
Yeah,
range.
I missed the average range.
Okay.
I missed the word average.
God.
That's why. See,
I probably missed it.
You might have.
Yeah.
I'll go back and listen.
Whatever. I'm wrong. Anyway, so.
We've established that. Now 3 weeks in a row.
Yes, sir. Okay. Anyway, there's your Colorado update for the week. Go see a game, I guess. Whatever. Just don't take me with you.
I'm not.
It is a nice ballpark, though.
It's a great place.
Yeah.
It's a great place.
Yeah, if you want to waste some money, go there, I guess.
I watched Sammy Sosa crush 3 home runs in that ballpark in one damn game.
Yeah.
2 of them were back-to-back. It was amazing.
Yeah. I got fond memories of McGuire just mashing that thing over the
Oh.
left field fence.
Oh,
Hitting the Coke sign.
Sosa let her fly.
Yeah.
And the Rocky fans were really great because they cheered for him.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he just crushed one 9,000 feet out of your ballpark, and you cheered for him.
What's the moral of this story, Kelly? Bring back steroids to baseball.
Agreed. Agreed.
Just
legalize them across the board.
Exactly. Just you want to see these big, muscly looking dudes just swinging toothpicks? Let's go.
Yeah.
Who cares? You still gotta have the hand-eye coordination to hit it.
Let's do a little HGH.
Who cares?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's try some and rate it.
I mean, supposedly these guys aren't taking them anymore. They're still hitting it 450 feet. So I want to see a 600-footer. Wham!
I want to see balls hit completely out of stadiums.
I want to see balls hit so hard that the wrapping comes
Knock
off.
the cover off the ball,
Yeah,
Roy.
The cover comes off.
It's one of the best baseball movies ever, by the way. The Natural. Okay. The Natural.
Roy.
Robert Redford. Knock the cover off the ball, Roy. And he does.
Yeah.
So crazy. He does. That's not a ball. What's that? That's not a ball.
Robert Redford. I have a buddy.
Uh-oh. Is this that 7 links back to knowing Robert Redford?
No. I've got a buddy growing up. For whatever reason, his 2 favorite movies were
Horse Whisperer.
No. One of them was Jeremiah Johnson Mountain Man.
Oh, holy.
And the other one was
Indecent Proposal.
No, shoot. I can't even remember anything, and it doesn't help when you just shout stuff out either. Quickly Down Under.
Oh.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah. Tom Selleck.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway. I finally got around to watching Jeremiah Johnson Mountain Man.
Oof. Won't watch that twice, will you?
No. And I got back to him and I was like, what in the hell is so special about this movie?
Yeah.
Because it's just him running from Native Americans throughout the entire thing, and then he goes on a rampage, and then all of a sudden it just cuts back to, and then they're just like cool. They're just cool with it. Because they're like, he's like trying to kill them, they're like trying to kill him, and then he's got like a family in the forest, and they kill his family, and then it's just everything's fine.
Take it all in the first time you watch it because you won't be revisiting it.
Yeah.
At all.
He finds like a gun on a mountaintop with a note attached. It's weird.
Who doesn't?
It's a weird, bad movie.
Yeah.
And he stands by it. He thinks it's the coolest thing. I'm like, bro, Star Wars came out within the same time frame as this. It was like 1970, like the mid-70s is when both of those movies came out. And I'm like, one looks like it was made in the 1800s with a flip book.
When did Blazing Saddles come out?
Oh, I don't know. 60s?
Yeah, the old Jeremiah Johnson. And what a reference.
Jeremiah Johnson Mountain Man.
Our content is dropping.
For those of you that don't know, like you've seen Jeremiah Johnson Mountain Man, you just don't know that it was him. But it's the meme where it's just this guy who looks like I don't know, he's got like a bearskin thing on. He's riding a horse and he just looks into the camera and just gives that little head nod, the beard and the whole bit. You've seen the meme.
Yeah.
You know what it is. You just didn't know it was Jeremiah Johnson Mountain Man. So when you watch the movie and that scene hits, hilarious. Because your frame of reference for it is that first thing. But yeah, Blazing Saddles is one that I did. I don't even think it's 74.
1974.
Okay, so yeah, I think what is it? No, I gotta go Jeremiah. Oh man, it's hard to type when people are looking at you.
I'm not looking at you. I'm looking at the screen, and it is painful to watch.
Johnson.
1972.
Yeah. Right around in there, right?
See? Jeremiah Johnson basketball? What the hell is that?
And Star Wars.
2005? 1977.
77. That's what I'm saying. So like it's within 5
years.
years.
That was episode 1V.
4. Good job though. Yeah.
Super Bowl licks.
Yeah. What were we talking about?
Jeremiah Johnson. It's bad.
Yeah, not a good.
It's bad.
Not good.
Nobody can sit here and argue with me.
I don't even know
that.
how did we get on that topic. You know what's better than Jeremiah Johnson Mountain Man? Guy on a buffalo.
Everything.
Guy on a buffalo.
Mm.
You seen that?
Nope.
You would love it.
Probably not.
No, it's seriously, you would love it. If you love the stupid, what does the fox say, guys? There's a, you're not helping me out at all because you know what I'm talking about.
I'm just going to sit here and nod.
Yeah, that's great. Making me feel like an idiot. Because there was this song you always used to sing when we worked together. And I can't even remember what it is now, but the what does the fox say, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, they have a song. Anyway, it's just as dumb as that, but it's the guy on a buffalo.
Ah.
Tight.
I'm just going to nod, Ryan. I'm just going to keep going.
Yeah. Seems legit. Seems good.
I felt like we got off to a pretty good start today. And shit is really starting to nosedive right now. Guy in a buffalo.
It's just 2-minute videos.
One day the guy on the buffalo was cruising around through the plains.
It's just the guy singing the narration of what he's seeing.
And he thought to himself, oh man, I gotta get away from the bear. Hope he don't chase. Oh no, he's gonna chase me. Oh no, I better just turn around and chase him back. Guess what? I'm on a buffalo. Guy on a buffalo.
Oh my God.
Hey bear, bet you didn't know.
Our ratings just fell.
Absolute classic. 17 million views on YouTube.
Of course it did.
17 million. Yeah. 10 million for episode 2. 5 million for episode 3. As you can see, it kind of dipped a little bit. It wasn't as good as the original, but yeah.
We're providing too good of content.
It's got to be.
We have 30 followers.
You know what it is? It's July.
Oh, it's dead.
And ain't shit to talk about, brother.
Nada.
So
We just spent an extraordinary amount of time on the WNBA.
we did. It was good stuff, and I'm sure people will hate it. And that's fine. I can live with that. Anyway, thank you for listening.
Yes.
Always appreciated. I'm going to get on a plane and go to Vegas and go into the 100-degree weather desert that is that hellscape. 5 days and then return. So we will be back next week. But thank you guys for supporting us. As always, please leave a 5-star review if you think we deserve it. If you want to be a part of the show, there's a number of ways you can do that. You can leave a comment on your podcast service of choice. You can email us at thearmchairauthority@gmail.com. Or you can reach out to one of us. If you know us personally, that's cool too. Whatever. So, link in the description for both our Twitter and our Instagram pages, as well as merch. If you feel like, you know what? I'd like to support these guys out there in the wild. I'd like to wear a t-shirt that says the Armchair Authority.
Guys on a buffalo.
You can do that. There's a link in the description. I'll take you over to our TeePublic store where you can buy a shirt of many colors. Or one color. Whatever suits your fancy. But yeah, you can find those over there if you wish to support us that way. You can also find us, Kelly. You can find us on YouTube if you prefer to listen that way as well. So, number of ways that you can reach us, that you can find us, all that fun stuff. So, we greatly appreciate it, and we will look forward to chatting with you guys some more next week. Not really sure what we're going to talk about, but we'll find it. I think what I might start doing, Kelly, and what I probably should have, and this is going to be one of those things where they're like, just end the show. Oh! No, start your own podcast. You end your show. That's what I say.
Wow. How quickly we've gone antagonistic.
There's like black leather gloves over there.
They're mine.
Yeah.
Chrome pony.
Yeah. Fair enough. Anyway,
this is what you're going to start doing. What are you going to start doing?
I might start leaving like little 15-minute random movie reviews.
Oh, fun.
Just like recording something and then posting it.
Cool.
I recently saw Superman last week. Liked it a lot.
Good.
Yeah, and I'll leave it there. So I might leave a little review for that and put that in there. But
I might start doing little 10-minute segments on things that pissed me off during the week.
You should.
Yep.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Sentras.
Nissan Sentras.
Double fisters.
Yeah. Whoa.
Food. Sentra.
Oh, phrasing.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's where you take it. It's where you take it, Ryan. It is.
But yeah, I've seen 2 movies in the last probably 3 weeks. I saw the new Jurassic Park, and then I went and saw Superman last week. And then while I'm in Vegas, Fantastic Four comes out. So I'll go see that as something to do, because otherwise I'm not a partier. Don't go out and do that. So probably go check that out. So probably leave a couple reviews, up, kind of see what's going on. I really like movies. I really like talking about them. But the new Superman movie is good. There is a part in there that definitely helps kind of support your argument that we had the other day.
He is human.
It's very interesting.
I know. He's human.
Yeah, he wants to be.
Because he is. Because he is. It's not hard.
Yeah. Sometimes it's not about your genetic makeup, I guess. It's about what you believe.
It's true. Hey, how's he choosing to identify?
It's about what you believe and your experiences.
He's identifying as a human. Therefore, he's a human.
So, and you can bet that when that part of the movie came up where they were having that discussion, I was like, sweet.
Where Kelly was right.
We're relevant again, baby.
Hey, listen. They're installing litter boxes in schools. Kids are running off and shitting in a litter box. Why is that? Because they're animals, Ryan. Because they're furries, right? I mean, let's go there.
This is why we should end the show, I guess. You just gave a really good reason. Anyway, be on the lookout. Be on the lookout for those things.
I gotta take these off.
Yeah, it's hot in here now.
They're pinching my head. I'm sweating.
Anywho, we appreciate you guys listening as always. Please join us again next week. We got a whole backlog of things for you guys to listen to while you're on the road doing those things. So much appreciated, and we will chat with you guys next week.
Bye.
They know the game, but they're keeping it fun, poking fun at the stats. They're second to none from fantasy league.